All right. Good morning. This is Darren with Twin Tweeter Bees back, and I'm going to shoot this quick video. Hopefully it'll be quick. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to treat this hive with oxalic acid vapor. This hive is the mother hive from a couple splits that I did earlier this year, and so this hive has had no brood break at all. And the other day when I was doing a check, I opened some of the brood and noticed that there's a load of Varroa in there. It's not, I don't think that it's exceeding my thresholds yet, but it will. So I'm going to go ahead and treat now. And I have not done a mite count, but just based on the number of brood that I pulled apart, and then the number of Varroa that I saw on those larvae and pupae, I'm going to go ahead and treat. I'm not doing everything absolutely correct. I really should wait either at night or early morning when they're all in there. Right now you can see there's a lot of activity, but I'm going to treat once a week, every 7 days for three weeks. And so hopefully the ones that I don't get today, I'll get consecutively, and that gets me through one brood cycle. And the mites that I'm concerned with right now are the phoretic mites that are over the brood chamber. So most of those nurse bees that do have the mites are going to be over the brood chamber right now. Now the foragers will still have some mites on them, either coming or going, but those aren't the mites that I'm overly concerned with. What I will do is I'll go ahead and treat, and if and in 3 weeks I'll go ahead and do a full mite count and see where my thresholds are at, and where my mite counts are at. So anyways, my plan is I'm going to use oxalic acid vapor, and I've got my vaporizer here set up. I've already got it wired up, and I've already got my oxalic acid in there. Let's see that. And I'm treating with 2 grams of oxalic acid. The dosage is 1 gram per brood chamber. So since I've got the 2 deep configuration here, I'm going to use 2 grams. And I'm going to place the vaporizer in the hive. I've already looked under there to make sure that it wouldn't contact any wax on the bottom boards there, because I don't want to fire. And then I will connect the battery, wait for 2.5 minutes, and then I'll disconnect the battery and wait an additional 2 minutes before I unplug the hive. So less than 5 minutes is what we're talking about for treatment here. I do not have any honey supers on here, so I don't have to worry about that. If I did have honey supers on, I would remove those prior to treatment. So anyways, let me go ahead and check in there one more time to make sure that there's no wax under there. I'm going to try and get this in as close to the middle of the brood chamber as I can. About there. I'm gonna grab my towel. Plug this up real quick. A lot of bees out here today, real busy. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get going on this. Okay, time now is almost 6 minutes into the video. So 8.5 minutes past the video, I'll stop and wait the other 2 minutes. You'll probably notice, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera or not, but there may be some vapor that escapes around the hive through the cracks and seams. I haven't opened this hive within a week or so, so most likely they have a lot of it propolised, so might not see much anyways. And then after I'm done with this, I'm going to do some hive inspections on the other ones. They're all of these other ones though are in really good shape. I got one that I'm a little concerned about that was throwing some queen cells, but not too worried about it. I think that hive is really just kind of swarmy, you know. They've swarmed at least once that I know of, and well, I split them, I should say. I haven't swarmed. And they just I don't know, it's just right after the new queen was hatched and started laying, she was doing really good, and then the hive started throwing queen cells. So just a swarmy hive. I don't know why they'd be doing that or what, but either way, it doesn't matter. Bees will figure it out. They're smart. They've been doing this a lot longer than me, so I'm going to trust the bees and trust that they know what they're doing. Right now we're almost 8 minutes into it. Wait another 30 seconds. So this will be 2 minutes total right now. Yeah, I'm not seeing any vapor coming out, but that's okay. And sometimes it doesn't get a good connection with the battery and doesn't work, so I gotta readjust and we'll try it again. But that's fine. Alright, so we're 2.5 minutes. I'm gonna unhook the battery like that and give it another 2 minutes. The bees seem to be in a pretty good mood today. And I've actually got my vehicle parked in front of the hives here on the other side of the bee, on the other side of the vehicle. There's a cloud of bees over there. It's parked right in their flight line. So they're kind of interrupted, but they'll find their way back. Okay, so that's about another minute. Right there, we'll give it one more minute. And then we'll pull it out and make sure that acid vaporized. And then that'll be done. Really a pretty simple process. Alright, 10 minutes, so another 30 seconds. And pull the towel off, pull the vaporizer out, and see how we're doing. Okay, that's pretty close there. Let's open this back up, see what we got. And that's it. Probably a little bit of oxalic acid left in there. I probably could have let it go just another 10 seconds or so, but that's fine. I'm confident that they received the dose that they needed. And that's it. That's all it takes. Just a couple minutes and I've treated for those mites. So, set this over here. That's still pretty hot. So that's how you treat a hive with oxalic acid. Like I said, it's not perfect. I wish the circumstances were a little different, but I wanted to get that first dose in just to make sure that I'm staying ahead of these mites. And those that kind of follow me know that I don't like to treat. I wish I didn't have to. And in the current climate and the state that we're in with the mites and such around here is that we have to treat. Even with VSH queens and bees and other management techniques, it's really difficult to stay ahead of the mites around here without treating. So, like I said, I wish I didn't have to treat, but I've made the decision that I'm going to treat right up until the point something better comes along. If we come out with, or somebody discovers bees that are compatible with mites, that will survive winters, even with heavy mite loads, and I would certainly be willing to switch to those. But as of right now, we're not there yet, at least in my area. Some beekeepers in some areas do quite well without treating, and I envy them, because that would be a great situation, but we're not there here. So I have to treat until the day that I don't have to. So, but anyways, that's how you treat, and with oxalic acid vapor, that's how I do it. Take a couple minutes to leave some comments down below. Like and subscribe, and hopefully I can keep bringing these videos so that you guys can join me in my adventures in beekeeping. And as always, if you have any comments as far as suggestions or advice, I'd love to hear it. So feel free to leave that in the comments below. I'll be very prompt in replying back. So thanks for watching.